Hello everybody, how is it going? So today we have round 5, or the final round of the preliminary tournament. It is Sakazuki versus Katakuri. Here's Sakazuki's hand, Gecko, Lucci, Ice Age, Murakumo, and Tashigi. Looking solid, already having an Ice Age is good. Yeah, also having a Gecko is nice. Yeah, the hand just seems solid. I think just the main thing that keeps it together is the Tashigi. Ice Age is good in the matchup. Gecko is always going to be good. Lucci does get value in this matchup, but, not towards late game, unless you have a lot of reduction, I guess. But yeah, up against Katakuri. I believe Katakuri won the dice roll and decided to go second. Could have also lost, and, I doubt Sakazuki would choose to go second, though. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Katakuri chose to go second. We're back to Sakazuki's hand. I guess I had more time to talk about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this matchup is even, if not a little bit, Katakuri favored, just because top end is very strong. Katakuri has a lot of ways to just kind of cheese game with reject, Amaru, obviously just triggers in life, stopping lethal on the other end is very strong, and just having good top end against Sakazuki is just good. I think Gecko kind of mitigates it a little bit, but here is Katakuri's hand. He has Perospero, Amande, Satori, 10-drop Mom, and Kiku Nojo. Decent hand. Has the early on Perospero, has the 10 Mom for late game. You're on even curve, so, you'll most likely be able to play 10 Mom. Yeah, looks solid. Kiku, pretty strong in this matchup. Pretty much forces Sakazuki to have, bottom deck removal. Same thing with, Perospero. Lucci popping those does feel kind of bad because they just kind of replace themselves. Yeah, seems like it'll definitely be a match right here. Sakazuki going first, definitely just gonna start off with the Tashigi, I would imagine. I'm pretty sure you're just looking for I don't know, you're on the odd curve, so playing, Borsellino doesn't feel the best because you probably want a Lucci on your 5 Dawn turn, remove whatever they have set up. Alternatively, you could just Murakumo and just bottom deck stuff, which could be better as well. But hopping in, Sakazuki getting a Dawn is going to immediately cycle the Lucci. Alright, fair enough. So just, looking for, I guess, more bottom deck removal. Having the Murakumo kind of already fixes that problem. Picks up another Ice Age, which is good. Plays down the Tashigi, looking top 5. Has a decent amount of options here. Hound Blaze does sound good. Looks like he picked up the brand new though, so just getting even more cycle. It's very strong. The little searchers are also just good in general. Of just when you Hound Blaze, they kind of just cash out your Hound Blaze, allowing you to swing 2 times rather than just having one big swing with leader, which is I think definitely more valuable. Katakuri no pudding, so just gonna pass on his turn 1. I will be able to play Kiku Nojo next turn, which is pretty good. Again, into the black side of the removal, but the blue side obviously very good and just bottom decking it. Sakazuki probably just gonna play the brand new. Looks like he wants to cycle an Ice Age. Fair enough, It does pick up, what's that, a Suru? Looks like a Suru. Also drew Sabo for turn. Yep, playing down the brand new. Nothing to remove yet, so just getting all your searching done. Sees another Murakumo, a Tashigi, and a Borsellino. Borsellino is decent in this matchup. It's a good tempo swing after they play 7 Mom or something. But, I mean, yeah, you might take Borsellino here just because you're on the odd curve, and playing that on curve does seem pretty decent. Yep, takes the Borsellino. Alternatively, could have taken the Tashigi and just searched again. But I think Borsellino, at least a 7-drop, is a one-of in most of these lists, so finding it, I guess, is pretty strong. I think it's funny that Sakazuki basically got, the Dawn Nami in Tashigi and Brand New. Obviously, Brand New only looks at 3, but does trash the cards, which is debatably just better because you want cards in the graveyard. Yeah, kind of wild they gave this deck Tashigi, honestly. But Katakuri swinging for 7, looking at his life. It's an Amande. You can put that on the bottom, or you can just take it. It's a 2K. You definitely want to try to find, if you have a Beji in life or an Amaru to put on the bottom, or the 0 cost events. Any of them are very strong just to have as your last life. Dropping down the Perospero, that is the Katakuri turn right there. Sakazuki going up to 5 Dawn, picks up a Rebecca out of life, and then a Hina off the draw. Hina's looking like a good cycle target. Just going to go 5, reducing Parasparrow by 1. He doesn't currently have a Hound Blaze, but, I mean, like, you could Murakumo. It's not the worst. I guess looking out to see if the 5 would give him a trigger. That's always, I think, something good to do if you're playing a deck with removal, is just check Yellow's life first. See if they hit, like, a Kiku Nojo or any of their, playable characters, and then see what you can do after. Sakazuki obviously has a lot of answers. Some decks don't, but yeah, I think it's good if you're like, I want to play this card, but it could potentially get more value, like Murakumo. Just check their life, see if they trigger something. This is definitely a harder turn. Could just play Sabo. I don't hate it. It's productive. You get a little bit more filter. It's not bad. Using leader, gonna cycle out the Hina, pick up, would get a brand new. Alright, not bad. And yep, does end up going with the Sabo. Gonna draw 2, trash 2. We're definitely trashing. Wait, we already trashed the Hina. I don't know. This decision might be a bit harder. What did he find? Looks like Gecko and a Lucci. Alright, not bad. Lucci might just get sent to the graveyard again. He's a pretty good target to just play off Gecko, but hard playing him isn't the best on your 8th on turn. Like, you'd definitely rather play Gecko than like Rebecca plus Lucci. So he's actually going to trash both of the cards he just drew, which, is fair. You already have the Gecko. I don't know if you want the game to go on so long that you end up playing 2 Geckos, just because I think Yellow's top end is still kind of better. 10 Mom is just very, very strong. But Katakuri going up to 6. Does have the Gadatsu, but obviously Sabo just being played is not really going to pick up any value from playing the Gadatsu. Could just like swing big like twice with the Parasparrow and leader, or just get down the Kiku Nojo, which is never bad. Puts them on, have a bottom deck, which to be fair they know they do have it because they have the Borsalino. So playing Okiku might be bad, but they're always going to get value off this Borsalino because they have that Parasparrow there. So, yep, swinging 8 with leader. Sakazuki will take, picks up another Rebecca. Does drop the Kiku Nojo. Probably not going to swing with the Parasparrow because there's no point. He has a Sabo. So you guarantee keep one of your bodies here pretty much if they do end up, playing the Borsalino. And I think it's pretty hard to not want to Borsalino this Kiku Nojo. It's, it's Borsa on curve. Feels pretty good. You might even, do you swing with this Sabo? Probably not. Just goes 5 of life, bringing the Parasparrow down by 1. Doesn't really matter if we're committed to the Borsalino. Katakuri will counter for 1. Word. Drop the Borsalino. We all know it's coming. Side note, this Katakuri player is he's a beast. I swear, I feel like all the tournaments I've watched lately, he's always doing well and always on Katakuri. So yeah, shout outs to this guy. I don't know his name, but he's doing really good. Cycles out the brand new for a Suru, and then yep, Borsalino coming down, bottoming the Okiku. Feels good, and we'll just pass it over. This is Kata's 8th on turn. I do think, yeah, he has a 7 Mom, so we pretty much know that's what's coming as well. It's a good response. Picks up a reject. Yep. Reject is a card. It's a very scary card. Here comes the 7 Mom. The choice. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he's just going to heal him. Trashing a life. Yep. Doesn't sound the best. And good he played 7 Mom before, swinging with leader, because now you can see what that card you just put there is, which is pretty strong. Goes 7 at life. He's going to check. It is a 10 Mom. Yep, probably just leave it there. You don't want that as your last life. It's more top end, if you resort to, if we're just spamming, what's it called? Top end here. Does block and 2k counter with the Sabo, so like Parasparrow can actually swing here, which, yep, feels good. If they just opted to, take or just counter out of that without the Sabo, Parasparrow was not getting the swing in, but now he does, which is decent. We'll probably trade for one more card. You really don't want to take a 5k in this spot. Yep, drops the brand new. Passing it over. I believe it is Gecko Moria time. You should have the 1 extra Dawn for the Ice Age, so the 7 Mom will get answered. And do you have the means to answer the Parasparrow as well? It depends what else he has in graveyard. If he has like a Helmeppo, he can definitely answer both of the targets here. But I'm going 5, reducing the cost of Prospero by 1. I can't, I don't know exactly what's in Sokka's graveyard, but if there's a Helmeppo, or I think a Suru works too, he'll just Ice Age the 7-Mom, drop Gecko, bring back Lucci and a Suru, and then, Suru will just put Prospero down to a 0 cost, and then Lucci will pop both. So it's going to be a good turn. I think no matter what, you have the Suru in hand. If, he doesn't have one in grave, even better if he has a Helmeppo, but we'll see. Going 6 at life with the Sabo. That will be taken. We know it's the 10-Mom. Going 8. That'll probably be taken as well. Only has, I think, 1 2K counter in hand. Which, yep. Taking that life. It is a Kiku Nojo. That's very strong. Probably not going to be able to pop that with the Lucci. Unless, again, they have Helmeppo. We will see. Does this dissuade you off playing Gecko? I don't think so. I think you're just always playing Gecko. I think card is just a bit too strong to not play this turn. Okay, interesting. Actually going 2 Dawn on brand new, attacking for 5. I'm curious what the plan is here. Maybe we're just gonna Murakumo the 7-Mom and the Kiku Nojo. The 5K does get defended. We're gonna Sakazuki effect, cycle out a Hina, pick up a Borsalino. That's fine. Look, I'm assuming he's gonna play Rebecca. Rebecca coming down, adding back the Hina he just cycled. Probably sacking off the Tashigi. Gonna reduce something by 4. Looks like the Okiku gets reduced by 4. 1 for the Ice Age. It's gonna bring down the 7-Mom to a 2 cost. And then, yep, Murakumo will bottom deck both of them. So, yeah, that's decent. You do miss out on Gecko, but that Okiku is a little bit scary. Leaving them with just 1 5K is not too bad, but a 10-Mom is coming down here. Thankfully, you have the Rebecca, which will be decent, and just kind of dealing with the 12K swings you're going to have for the rest of the game now. Draws a Beji for turn. It's like... Yeah, 10-Mom is pretty devastating here. You don't never really gonna be able to answer that unless you pick up like another Ice Age and a Greater Eruption, and then you could probably do it. But yeah, it's just a lot of cards to answer this card, and it's already kind of trading up because obviously they're healing 1, you're trashing 1. Yeah, card's kind of good. So yep, just swings for 5. It gets countered out of, and then just drop the 10-Mom. Nothing crazy. We have the second one, which might be played, honestly, depending on how aggressive Sakazuki is this turn. Alternatively, the game might just end the following turn if Sakazuki cannot kill here. We have a Maru and we have Reject, so yeah. Those are the cards you want to see when you're trying to go for game. Sakazuki, honestly, he does pick up the Ice Age, but I don't think it is really going to matter. I guess that brings, Big Mom down to a 5, Leader brings it to a 4, and then, Suru could bring it down to a 2. So, in theory, you could answer this Big Mom. Maybe it's what he ends up going for. If not, I would probably just walling up with Rebecca. But that just sounds wrong as well. I think you just have to answer whatever you can and hope you live. You still do have the Rebecca. Gets another Kiku Nojo trigger. Okay, well... It's getting harder and harder by the minute for this Sakazuki player. Yeah, that's really bad. That's really bad. But to be fair, Katakuri only has a 2K in hand, so, maybe there is a lethal angle if these triggers stop. That'll be defended. Does bring Big Mom down to a 9 cost. Curious if he decides to answer the 10 cost, but that'll still leave his opponent with a Perospero and the Okiku and his leader. And we know, obviously his opponent doesn't know, but we know he has a Maru and Reject, so things could get scary. Attacking for 6 with the Sabo. Okay, raw. Raw. We might just end up sacking it off with Gecko, if that's his play this turn. So yep, that attack will be accepted. No trigger. Gets another 7-Mom. Probably not what you're looking for at this point in the game as Katakuri, but... It's kind of fine. The game is probably only lasting 1 or 2 turns more, honestly. attacking for 8 with Borsellino. This will probably be taken as well. It's funny that like right now Katakuri actually has no counter in hand. So if these last 2 lives just aren't trigger, like low-key, you can just go for game with the Rebecca and the brand new. It's a very risky play. Like, you probably don't do it. Like, if that last life is just a trigger, you're probably just dead. So, yep. Does trigger out the Perospero, though. So, very confident here. Which, fair enough. Fair enough. His opponent definitely respecting the fact that he might have more counter, or he might have already stacked that last life as a trigger. Which I'm not sure if he ever put anything to the bottom. I don't think he did, but obviously that can be kind of hard to keep track of sometimes. So, playing down the Rebecca. Rebecca will add back the Sabo. Are we just playing the Sabo? Yep, we are. Okay, we're just walling up, trying to live one more turn. We're staring down a lot, though. Draws 2. It's going to trash 2. Trashes both geckos. Okay, fair enough. Yep, we're just not going to be able to play him this game. And passing it over to Katakuri. I don't think there's any world where Katakuri doesn't get game, honestly. Just because of reject. Like, maybe if he didn't have reject, Sakazuki could live. It's like, yes, he does have 3 blockers right now, but there is reject and Amaru. So it's really only 2 blockers. Yeah. Plus, it's 2 blockers, 0 life. That's kind of the spot we're in. And your opponent has, you know, a 12k attacker, 2 5ks, leader, and a 6k. So, yeah, it is rough. It is definitely rough. He's going to tap 4, playing down the reject. Yeah, make his opponent eat the life. He will eat his life as well. Sakazuki does not get a trigger. Oh, or maybe he does. Let's see. Something going on, some ruling. Does get a Houndblaze trigger, bouncing the Perospero, so that is 1 less attack to deal with, but it is also 1 less card in hand for Sakazuki. Honestly, probably best to just trigger that, though. It's no counter, you know. We're just trying our best to live this turn. Still has 3 blockers, and there's 4 attacks. Has a 2k and a 1k. Yeah, I really don't think it works out, because yes, he has 3 blockers, but technically he only has 2 because of Amaru. Just gonna check for 12, which will definitely eat a block here, no doubt. Blocks with one of the Rebeccas, and now we have to Amaru, because if he blocks with the other Rebecca, we cannot Amaru the Sabo. So tapping 2, gonna boost up some. We'll see what. Gonna boost the Perospero. Okay, tapping the Rebecca. So this is just out of counter range for the Sakazuki. Perospero going 8. And this has to be blocked. And then it's just remaining Dawn on whoever. Okay, or 8. Just swinging 8 with Kiku Nojo. And that is the game. Yep, Katakuri doing Katakuri things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of this tournament. I kind of started a little while ago doing the 3v3. Maybe I'll go back to that. Maybe I'll just do more sim content. I want to record more at locals, but yeah, I don't know. Recording at locals is always just awkward for me. Like, I'm so not used to recording at locals, so that's my bad. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're having a great day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.